Welcome back to PÖFF TV, the official channel for the 26th Black Nights Film Festival. Here with another edition of Meet the Filmmakers. I am your host, Andrei Liimets, and with me I have Marysia Nikitiuk, the director of the film Lucky Girl, set to have its world premiere here at the Black Nights Film Festival as part of the main competition. So hello, Marysia.
Hi.
So the story, or the film, rather tells a story of this TV host who becomes ill, and it's based, I think, or at least inspired by a real life story. So how did you come to this story, and why was it the one that you wanted to tell?
Actually, it was, yeah, you are right, the part of the story is based on, let's say, story of fighting and happy end, let's say, in real life, I mean, of a famous Ukrainian journalist, TV journalist, and she's also the author of idea of this of the film. And I wanted, when she proposed me to do the film, I wanted, actually it was a time when I wanted to make a film of a strong character that is not perfect, let's say, that actually is strong, successful, but in some meaning is bad or pervert in human values things direction, let's say. How such a person that has not the correct values from, I mean, not correct from my point of view and from humanistic point of view, how it can transform, and because it's connected to the big fight with illness, it was a part of the story. So I knew from the beginning that it's gonna be this crash of this big fight and big hole of despair for my character. So I was very interested to discover how the character can, or whether it can change to somebody who will appreciate the life and who will value some things like friendship, love, like basic good things, let's say. So that was the main starting point.
This is now your second full-length feature film. Your debut, When the Trees Fall, was very well received in different festivals. How different was it making your second film as opposed to the first one? Now you kind of had the experience of making one film already.
Actually, I think that it was very different, but I would say that it was different. That every film is a story, is adventure, and actually the method is the same. Like, you write a script. I mostly work with the interviews before I'm doing I make a research, and actually there was not only the one story, but the characters in the film of Lucky Girl, they also have the real life protagonists, and they're like waiting for the film and whatever. So it's very exciting to have, let's say, not artistic people that are really connected to what you are doing, and I'm connected to their lives now. So and it's real pressure gifts of my work, let's say that. But in general, like every film is an adventure, and for me it's something that you can't. As I said, the method is the same. You shoot. You have actors or non-actors. You have different methodology of working with them. But you have DOP. You have post-production period. So but what is inside? It's something that the difference every time. Every time, it doesn't depend. I think now I'm working on my third project that will I present here in the pitchings in industry. The Cherry Blossom name of the third script about PTSD, and I'm not sure it's something that can be very different in comparing first or second or third, but it's all the time you go like you are the new one, and the project is the new one, and you like, it's for me, I need to find something there, and I'm researching something, I'm looking for something very precious, and in general I give myself a question what I'm looking for, mostly before any project, but and given like I'm looking for this, and in the end it's completely different. I find a completely different thing. So and I give this improvisation of to come to what I get from the project and what the project get from me. So it's everything very different.
So I think there is now a change in the film industry, but most films still tell the stories of men. Both of your films have centered on female characters. Is it something that you are consciously seeking to do, to tell female tales, or is gender not that important to you?
I think that it's more connected. I would say that it's not consciously but unconsciously the female, the gender, the female destiny is quite important for me, especially because it's quite still very difficult question in the countries that was under the Soviet Union, because perversion what the Soviet Union did to people, to human society, is so big and awful that we see not normal man's path and really not normal women's path. It's about victims, about predators. So it's very pervert things. And when I felt this when I was growing up. So even in the When the Trees Fall, I was not connecting this social it's like a trend. Actually, I thought it's something like, okay, we are a fucked up society, you know. But then now, when the invasion starts and I start to the full scale and you start to connect this to 300 years of this violence from Russians towards Ukrainians, you feel that I understand where the roots of this violence comes, and this trend to and in this position, and this autocracy's woman position is very, very, very not stable and vulnerable. So I feel it inside as a wound. So it's not something that, I will tell about the women because maybe I'm a woman and it's very trendy. I really feel it as a wound because I was rising in society when, you see, I like things very colorful, because when I was a teenager and I was wearing the colorful things, people were showing me fingers and saying, "Are you best of? Why you making yourself visible? Like, be as others, you know, all this stuff." And it really comes from the part of the gulag. I mean, from if you are visible, then tomorrow your neighbors will write anonymous, and you will go to gulag. So you need to be as much. It's a survival strategy. But when you are a teenager in 2000s, yes, you don't give a fuck about survival strategy. I want to be yourself. You want to express yourself, and you think that this pink color is really beautiful. So, but this traumatizes. This makes you feel you are not good. You're not good enough, and then so all this. I'm just one example that very understandable. So I really feel this being like these stories of vulnerable women, and actually the first one was about vulnerable girl, teenager, and that fights, but she has not enough of visualization what she wants to get. And now a film is like she's strong, but that's the thing, she's still vulnerable, but she's trying not to see the main character of Lucky Girl. She's successful, great woman. But what she's trying to ban is not to see that she's vulnerable, that she need love. Like, I don't need love. I'm a strong woman. Like, no. And then you break. And then in the moment when you are broken, you're like, oh my God, I'm vulnerable. So that's all about this, I think. Sorry, a little bit mess.
So finally, after this, what are your plans with the film? Will it be distributed in Ukraine? Is it even possible during the war?
I think it's possible, and we had already distributed films. I don't know how successfully, but the films of this year. The Klondike, I think, was already or still is on cinemas, and a lot of people who left in Ukraine, they want to. It's also uniting, and it shows if you go to the cinema, it's mean nobody. It's like. Fuck off Russia. I mean, you know, we're still going to the cinemas. You bomb us, but we buy generators and we have films. So I think it's very important that we're trying to live. And if everything's going to be okay, we plan to have the distribution for spring. So that's a point.
So thank you very much, Marysia, and all the best with your film. So Lucky Girl, as said, will have its world premiere here at the Black Nights Film Festival as part of the main competition. So do go and see it, and see you around either here at the Meet the Filmmakers sessions at PÖFF TV or during the festival. Thank you for watching.